Hello and welcome back to the next Android programming practice session. And the last one we made our main.xml layout file. Now we're going to go ahead and make our result.xml layout file, which is going to display the tip and the new grand total. So first of all, let me run the application we finished with in the last episode. We'll see that everything seems to be working as intended. We've got buttons. It's really just an empty shell view right now. So we'll minimize that. And let's go ahead and make the new layout file that we need to. So we'll go into the layout folder, we'll click new, and we want to go to Android XML file. We're going to make results.xml with the root element being a relative layout once again. So now that we've done that, we'll see the generic blank screen here. Now we only need 3 views on this screen. We need to see the tip amount, we need to see the new total for the bill with the tip included, and then we need a button to go back to the previous activity if the user would like to. Just a confirmation button. So let's go ahead and add them now. So the first thing we'll do is we will add the padding to the root element so that every sub element has a 10 density independent pixel padding around it. Makes it look nice and spaced. And then we're going to actually create a new layout here, and this is because I want to be able to center all of the text elements in the middle of the screen, but we can't do that to just one of the elements because we can only apply the center in parent attribute to one view at a time. So we're going to apply it to this linear layout view, and then all the text views will be embedded inside that linear layout, and it will all be centered. So we're kind of doing a fancy little workaround here. So we want the Android ID to be @+ID/ we'll call this container. It doesn't have to be called container, it's just an arbitrary name. And we want the width to be wrap content, and then we also want the height to be wrap content. Now we do need the orientation to be specified here. We'll say vertical because linear layouts, they cascade views either vertically or horizontally. We're going to do it vertically in this case. And now we need to specify where we want the view to appear. So we're going to center in parent, and we'll set that to true. Great. Now we're going to put the text view elements in the linear layout so they'll be nice and centered. So we'll make a text view, and we'll say Android ID, we'll call this tip. It's going to display the tip for your bill. Android layout width. Let's wrap content here again. Layout height is also going to be wrap content. Android text size, we're going to do, let's say 20 SP again, just to be consistent with the previous screen. Android text says your tip should be, and we'll obviously append the actual value of the tip to the end of this text view, but for now we don't really have that information, so we'll just leave it blank. And then we're going to copy this and paste it down below. Fix the indentation here, and this is going to be our total text view, displaying the total amount for your dining adventure. And we want this to say your new total is, and we'll leave that there. And let's change this, your tip is, just so that the grammar is, or the syntax I guess, is consistent across the board there. So if we go back here, we'll see we have our components here, our text views, but let's center the text views within the bounds they have for each other. So in order to do that, we have to set the gravity to center. And as you can see, it's now centered, and we'll do the same for the text view, the second text view. Now we have 2 nice text views right in the middle there. And the last thing we need to do is at the very bottom of the screen, we're going to put a little button that says confirm or done, something like that, so we can go back to the previous activity. And we'll say button Android at Android ID at plus ID confirm Android width. We're going to have this span the entire space that we have. So we'll say match parent. Android height. Layout height would be wrapped content. And the text that we're going to have will be confirm. Or, you know what? Finished. I'll say finished. And of course, we do want to place this at the very bottom of the screen, so we'll type Android align parent bottom. Nope. We need to do align parent bottom. And we'll set that to true. Let's see here. We need to make sure this is we need to make sure we're using the right component here. Oh, there we go. Align parent bottom. And that needs to be true. Then we need to, of course, close the XML component so we don't get this error down here. And we should see that it's down there. Great. So we now have created the second screen. So to go over how our application is going to work right now, we're going to have the user enter their tip up here, select one of these buttons. All of these buttons is then going to move the user into this next result activity and perform the calculations differently depending on the button they selected. So we have the views for our application, or sorry, we have the layout files for our application ready now. We just need to go ahead and do the implementation, and we're going to do that in the next episode. But once again, thank you very much for watching. If you've got a suggestion for any future Android programming practice series, just let me know in the comments below. But thanks very much for your time, everyone, and have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode.